So I had a small area, basically 2 feet by a little less than 7 feet to build a layout. I don't like N, so I was going with HO. So I remembered the old John Allen TimeSaver puzzle, and I decided to use that as the basic sort of starting point. So I created sort of like two main lines with the idea that maybe someday I could actually connect this to a full-size layout. This line here, I just have a passenger train on. I pull it up to the station, blow the whistle, and pull up to there, and that's all I can do with it. But it lets me see this engine run. This line here is my incoming freight line. So what I do is I pretend that I bring in this freight, and then I pick any two of these four cars, and this engine backs the two cars it wants to swap into this siding. And then after there, it gets out and waits on the main line. And then the job of the switcher is to come out, grab those two cars, and swap them with these four positions. So if you drop off, for instance, this tank car, you have to get this tank car, get it out, put it in there, and put that one there. And then if you are swapping this box car, you swap it with this one. And this is a reefer, gets swapped over here. And this is, I think, a cattle car, which gets swapped over there. So depending on which cars you choose of the two, the puzzle gets very hard or very easy. If you do these two, it's really easy because you don't have to do any runarounds. You can just do it all by backing around. But for the video I made, I took, well, I have a different set of cars here, so we'll talk about what I actually did in there. But fundamentally, I wound up swapping this oil car with this oil car and this reefer over to here. So this is the starting configuration. And I'm going to swap this tanker with a tanker over on the siding here and this reefer over here. And when I successfully do that, then this reefer from over here will have been swapped and this oil car here will have been swapped. So I recorded this session doing these two swaps, holding the camera in one hand and controlling the train with the other. So the video quality is pretty poor, but you get the basic idea of the layout.